Hello friends, this is Vivek Kumar Anand. I am working as an assistant professor with a prominent institute in India. I am a certified ethical hacker by the EC Council, version 10, and I am Security Plus, CompShare Security Plus. So today we will discuss the topic penetration testing, right? Penetration testing is all about, like, it is a subclass of the ethical hacking. When any penetration tester try to simulate a attack like an actual hacker in the organization, right, uh, with the particular permissions, because any penetration tester cannot perform the penetration testing without the permission of the organization. If he do the penetration testing without the permission of the organization, then definitely it will be considered as the hacking, right? It will not be considered as the legal process. Penetration testing is the legal process, because any penetration tester need to sign a non-disclosure agreement and rule of engagement documents before performing the penetration testing. So these are the few terms, like, by what we need to understand. Penetration testing is a subclass of ethical hacking, because ethical hacking comprises of many terms, like web hacking also a part of ethical hacking, penetration testing also a part of ethical hacking, and malware analysis is also a part of ethical hacking. And sometimes, like, we study a part of the forensic also in the ethical hacking, but not the most of the part is out of the hacking. Forensic part is out of the hacking, but still we study few parts, right? So penetration testing comprises a set of methods and procedures what we use in the penetration testing that aims at testing or protecting organization security. Because, like, what is the purpose of using penetration testing? Like, because every organization need a security, right? Why we use gates, why we use doors, why we use security cameras in our home? Because just to be sure that our home is secure, so that no unauthorized person can take entry in our home, right? This is the purpose of using CCTVs, right? So in the same way, the organization uses penetration tester. The penetration tester actually take a written permission from the organization. They sign the non-disclosure agreements, then they perform the penetration testing like actual hacker, so that they can find out the vulnerability if any present in the organization or in the network, right? Then they prepare a report based on the testing. Then they uh, represent, or like show that report to the particular class of the organization, right? Like, there are many different classes in the organization. Like, report is presented based on the, like, what type of people they are seeing it, right? Report can be intended to the CEO, CISO. Report can be intended to the middle level management. Report can be intended to the technical class people also. So it depends, like, whom it report is being presented. So the penetration tests prove helpful in finding vulnerabilities in an organization, so that any attacker can find out the vulnerabilities. Because for hacking or for attacking, definitely two things any attacker should have. First thing is motive. Second thing is vulnerabilities. Because if any attacker is having motive, and if he is not successful in finding vulnerabilities, then definitely he cannot attack, right? He cannot gain unauthorized access to the system. So definitely he need to find out some vulnerabilities, then only he can exploit that vulnerability, right? So this is the purpose of penetration testing, so that vulnerabilities, we can come to know about the vulnerabilities and we can patch them, right? So that actual attacker cannot exploit those vulnerabilities, or even he cannot find those vulnerabilities, so that our assets are secure in the organization, right? Next is vulnerability assessment versus penetration test. Sometimes most of the student or most of the people confuses with these terms, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, although these terms are different terms. In the vulnerability assessment, we talk about the vulnerabilities only, right? We try to find the vulnerabilities, we assess them, we figure out, like, how these vulnerabilities are present in the system. We generally gather more information about that vulnerability, so that we can patch those vulnerabilities, right? So what we discuss actually, and even we discuss, like, uh, in what ways attacker can exploit that vulnerability, and what is the risk associated with with that vulnerabilities, right? So these things we discuss in the vulnerability assessment, but in the penetration testing we try to simulate as an attacker to see if we are actually able to exploit a vulnerability, right? Because if we find out a vulnerability, then we need to exploit that vulnerability, and if we can exploit that vulnerability, then what we can gain by that vulnerabilities. It can be possible that sometimes we find a vulnerability, but sometimes we cannot gain anything. Just suppose if any port is open in a web application, but when we are trying to enter through that port, a particular port, then we are not getting anything, because in the deeper way, when we are using defense in depth, then in the deeper way that request is blocked ultimately, right? So it can be possible that vulnerability is there, but we are not getting anything by that vulnerability, right? So these things is considered in the penetration testing, not in the vulnerability assessment, right? So these are the things what we discuss in the penetration testing. Next is we will discuss methodologies, categories of penetration testing, types of penetration testing, report writing. One more thing is important here, like penetration testing is the legal process. Why it is legal process? Because any penetration tester need to take permission from the organization, because he need to involve with the organization. It may be possible that he can find some sensitive information in the network or in the systems, so he is not supposed to reveal that information. So that for that actually he need to sign the MOU, right? That MOU is called basically rules of engagement in the penetration testing process. Rules of engagement consist of non-disclosure agreements plus starting date and ending date and time of the penetration testing, and what type of methodologies any penetration testing will be he will use, what categories he will use, because he is going to test the web application only, or he is going to test the whole network only, or he is going to test the mobile applications only, or he is going to test the uh, physical security also, right? So what are the purposes, so all these things will be discussed in the non-disclosure agreement and rules of engagement. And after all these things, any penetration tester will prepare a report, and that report will be presented to the different categories of the employees, right? Because higher authority will only see the particular vulnerabilities. Like he's not considered about the he's not basically worried about the vulnerabilities. He's just, because higher authority is just worried about the losses associated with that vulnerability, so he will just talk about the risks, right? But the technical person and middle level management, they are more worried about the risk associated with that vulnerability, and even they will try to patch that vulnerability. So how they can patch, and basically more detailed description they require. But higher level authority, they don't require much detailed description, right? Because CEO and CISO level person is not having much time, so they just want to see what we can do to patch them, and what are the risks associated with this. If this vulnerability is exploited, then what will be our losses. So these all things are associated or written in the reports, right? So this is the introduction of the penetration testing. In the next slide we will discuss all these four things. All right, thank you.